Are car prices finally starting to correct? That is the question we will try to answer in this video. We actually purchased a Nissan 2010 for $150. Now, that is a wild price. I haven't seen prices like that in years. We're gonna walk you through. We're gonna get the car here. We're gonna check the car out, see what the car needs, give you guys a full breakdown of what goes into buying a super cheap car as is, sight unseen at the auction, and what it takes to get it up and running. So, guys, stay tuned for the whole process and the whole breakdown. So here it is, guys, the $150 car. It's a 2010 Nissan Versa, 163,000 miles. It is a stick shift, but if you look, 150 bucks. Where are you buying a car for 150 bucks in 2023? Overall, looks pretty good actually. Has a big dent in this door right here, but it even drives. You can hear the engine. So a car that runs for 150 bucks. I don't know if it drives, but it's all the way out in New Hampshire, Manchester. It's about like 3.5 hours. I'm gonna go with the trailer because I'm just not. I don't really feel like risking going out 3.5 hours and it doesn't even come back. So we'll go with the trailer and we'll get it up here. As far as these Nissans are actually pretty good. The weak point in them is actually the transmissions if they have the CVT. Some of these Versas actually came in automatic, regular automatic transmission. Some of them came in CVT. CVT is obviously, anyone knows anything about Nissans, are problematic, but this thing has a stick shift, so the manual transmissions are not really problematic in these. So yeah, I think let's see. I think we might have struck gold over here. But for 150, it's even a look. Let's check the auto check right here. So auto check coming up as a one owner. Guys, it's 4 months later. I lied. We were gonna go pick up the vehicle, but we just been so busy. And then the seller reached out to me and said, "What the hell, man? You gonna pick up this car?" No. So the car was inoperable. So we ended up having to get it transported. And this is a transporter dropping it off. Give you guys footage because I didn't record it. Don't mind my slick Vic hair. But hey, listen, we just got this car that we've been talking about, this $150 Nissan that we got online. Finally, it came in today. Oh yes, nice little dent there. Pretty clean overall, actually. No rust on the body, which is huge. Car came from New Hampshire. Little thing there. What's that, Ryan? The clutch? Master cylinders? Maybe it's got the reservoir on the slave cylinder. Oh, you get a reservoir? Right there. So it's got no fluid. So this car, we actually had to get transported because I just didn't have time. We've been so busy at the shop, so I had to have it transported from New Hampshire. The funny part about that is that the car itself was $150 and the transport alone was like $420. So transport was double the cost of the vehicle itself. But oh well, I just didn't have time to get out there, and would have to take the truck and the trailer out there to go get it, and I just didn't have that much time. And the seller was getting on me, and is asking me when I'm going to come pick it up because it was sitting on their lot. So, yep. Anyways, we got it transported and it's here. Ryan, how's it looking underneath?
Brakes are hooked up running.
Actually, looks like it just started rusting. Nice tires. What do you expect for 150 bucks? Let's take a look inside. Oh my god, it's a dog car. Interior is disgusting. Look at the hair. It's built up. Tell me if you've ever seen some shit like this. We got a 2010 we just bought. Nissan Versa. No factory radio. This car, I guess it was an option for them to have a radio, and they chose not to get the radio. It has a blackout plate from the factory. Now this is a stick shift. This must be the lowest trim that they had available, but yeah, I've never seen a modern vehicle with no factory radio where it was just an option. Let me know if you guys seen anything like this before. So this car, the clutch pedal's to the floor, Ryan, right? So it's a stick shift, and the clutch pedal, when you engage when you put the pedal down, it stays down. So they said that there was no fluid in the reservoir, so either we got a leak somewhere. Hoping we don't have to take the transmission out and do the clutch. All right, so Captain Ryan got it ready to, you're gonna try to bleed it out. I'm not sitting in this freaking car, so I'll tell you that. I'll put this plastic cover on. We got a pump by hand? We got to do it by hand because the pedal is stuck to the ground when it's... Now first we got to pump it by hand until we get a few bleeds, and then hopefully the pedal will come back up. We're trying to bleed the clutch pedal right now. All right, we got to try to build up this clutch pedal. So usually when you hit the pedal, it comes up by itself, but you see, since it has air in the system, it's not coming back up. So you have to do it manually until we bleed the air out. Hopefully we can. This doesn't need a master cylinder or slave cylinder. If either the slave cylinder or master cylinder are not working properly, you get this, you get the pedal sticking like that to the ground. So obviously you're not able to drive the vehicle. That's why we had to get the car towed, because they said it was inoperable. You said it's leaking internally?
Mm.
Did you see where it's leaking, or?
Yeah, in between a gearbox and engine.
Between the engine and transmission?
Mm.
So that's what I was hoping. We wouldn't have to take out the transmission, but looks like the transmission's gonna come out. It's gonna get a full clutch kit, slave cylinder, master cylinder. Oh well. Looks like that's what it's gonna take. I was hoping we could just maybe slap because the master cylinder and the slave cylinder are both external, so if we could just change those, we don't gotta worry about taking out the transmission, but it is what it is. Looks like the tranny's gotta come out. All right guys, back by the computer. So you can see every car that comes in. We make a nice little list here. See 10 Nissan Versa. These are all the things that we check on the car. Does the horn work, emergency brake, all the lights. Does it have any lights on inside of the vehicle? Does it have the spare tire? Scan for codes. Front end is tight. You know, check the brakes, tire condition. Install our plate frames. Check tire pressure. Oil change, check all fluids, check all the belts. Does the headlights need to be buffed? We check the timing belt if it's equipped. Clean the wheels. So this is a bunch of stuff, you know, interior, exterior wash. Make sure the drive cycles are ready. Take pictures, videos, and list the vehicle. So now this is a checklist that we make for every car that comes in that we buy. All right, guys. Now we are back by the computer to find the parts. So it looks like one of our vendors does have it. $256.99 is the price for the clutch kit. Let's see what's included. So it's the whole kit. This is the clutch itself, and this is the pressure plate, and then this is the slave cylinder. So I was hoping there would be a kit. So that's the back of the pressure plate. I was hoping there would be a kit with the master, because we might need the master as well, but I'm gonna get this kit coming, and we're gonna pull this transmission down and see what we find inside. As he starts to pull out the transmission, we got this one here. Sold this one a few months ago and the customer already crashed it, so it's getting picked up. Car is totaled out. It's a shame because it rode good, but yeah, this one's gonna get picked up and shipped to the insurance auction for totaled vehicles. Ryan moving quick. Gearbox almost ready to come down. All right, here's a time lapse of us taking down the transmission. Damn, I looked that bold from behind. So I'm just here helping him balance it out and take my jacket off. Yeah, it's coming loose there. He coming from the top. Yep. Stuck on the dowel. Finally got it down. Watch that. Look at that muscle. Look at that muscle. Yeah, boy. Picked it up by myself. Put it down. Better than I expected. I lifted it myself down because Ryan didn't want to help. This is the inside, other side where the engine. This is the engine and that's the clutch right there. You got the gearbox down. So the sleeve right there you're saying is leaking? Looks like it's been leaking for a very long time.
Some pressure wash or something.
Yeah, we got the pressure wash this time. Pressure wash this one and then install the new kit. Alright guys, so this is the new clutch kit. Vallejo, and I believe actually they are the original manufacturers for Nissan for the clutch kits. It's a clutch kit right here. There's the pressure plate. Nice and shiny.
Vamos kommer. Jag tror att cylinder kommer. Jag tror den inside vidare.
This right here is a slave cylinder. This is what's leaking internally. So just pressure wash this. Okay guys, before we end part one, I promised you guys a breakdown, so here it is. So the original purchase price of the car was $150. Now the auction charges both the seller and the buyer a fee. So that fee was $225. So altogether the car was $375. Okay, next up came the transport. Since we had to get the car transported, it was $441.86 to get it transported from New Hampshire to our shop. Okay, and the last thing that we got for part one is going to be the clutch kit, which came out to $256.99. Okay, guys, so everything added up is coming out to $1,073.85 total so far. So, of course, that excludes our labor. Our labor is not in there. And in part two, we're going to show you guys the full detailing process and what it takes to get the car retail ready so that it's ready for sale. So guys, let me know if you guys like this content, if you found it valuable. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, and until the next one, peace.